Let's talk about things you should look for before you fly your drone. Here's a drone flight checklist. First, you should read the manual. I know it's easy, and I do it sometimes, to just pick up something and watch some videos, or you're anxious to get it up in the air, but definitely read the manual. If you're using a DJI drone, there are some tutorials and things that come with it, but be sure to read the manual. Far too often, I see people go in groups and forums and, like, hey, I just got a drone. What do I need to know? Pick up the manual and read it, because everyone's drone experience and drone is different. They might not have the same drone that you do. So before you go to that group and ask, what should I do? Read the manual. Also, you need to take the trust test. So what that is, and I talk about it in other videos, it is required of all flyers, no matter the weight of your drone. So it's a 30-minute course. You can take it with several different institutions. I took mine through the Pilot Institute. I'll link that in the description of this video. I took the test, and because I had already taken the Part 107 test, it was easy to me. But I don't understand why people don't want to take it. It's something that is required, so it helps you learn the basics of flying so that you don't injure other people or buildings, or just, you're aware of what the basics are of operating a drone. After you take the course, you'll take a short test and you'll be provided with a certificate. Print that out or save it to your computer, because you won't have access to it after you exit out of the course. So be sure to save that. Keep it on you so that if you're ever asked by the law enforcement or FAA, you have a copy of that. Don't print that out and show it online, because it has your information on it. Make sure you download the app that's required to actually operate your drone. Once you have that downloaded, be sure to check for any updates within the application, as well as there might be some drone updates that have occurred since you purchased that drone and since it's been manufactured. You always want to check the weather, and there is an app called UAV Forecast that you can check the weather, you can check the winds, and knowing those things, you want to fly when it's ideal. Definitely don't want to fly when the wind is more stronger than what your drone can handle. And those are some of the things you need to know in the specs. So, reading the manual, learning about the specs of your drone, you will know what your drone can withstand as far as wind. I mentioned UAV Forecast. Check out Before You Fly. That will let you know which areas are, restricted or that you can fly in, and then that'll help you determine the rules of that area that you want to fly in. Make sure you charge the batteries in the controller before you fly. These batteries last anywhere, just depending on which drone you have, from 20 to 30 minutes, and some last longer, some last shorter, but you would definitely want to charge your batteries. I always recommend getting spare batteries. If you buy a drone that only has one battery, you're going to need more than that, because especially when you're starting out, by the time you get it up in the air and everything, you're going to need more than one battery. So if you can get some type of Fly More combo or something, an extra battery, be sure to do that. Check temporary flight restrictions. Those are things that occur if there's a big event going on, especially around arenas or stadiums where there's games. If there's some type of government thing going on where oh, the president's going to be in town or something to that effect. They're called TFRs, temporary flight restrictions. So you want to check those. They're usually published by the FAA. You can cross-reference that with the Before You Fly app, which shows you the areas, restricted airspaces. You can also request permission to fly in certain areas with a loft that is, you can request it through Before You Fly, and it's connected to a loft. You need to check the area before you fly. It's not just as simple as, oh, I'm going to fly here. And it's not just as simple as, oh, what's the worst that can happen? Or, someone just tells you to stop flying. Be more responsible. I don't think it's really cool to be flying in an area and oh, I got in trouble for flying in this area, when you should have looked up that area before you flew there. When you're flying the drone, you always want to keep a line of sight on the drone. Make sure you're flying in ideal weather. That goes back to earlier what I said, so that you can make sure you keep a line of sight on the drone. Always monitor like other aircrafts or other drones entering your space. Keep a look on that. And you always want to scan the area so that your eyes don't get like fixated on this one area and it's hard to see the drone. So there's a lot of things that go into what you should look for before you fly your drone. So the drone flight checklist. I have more tips and things that you should check before you fly your drone. You just check the description of this video and it's a free download. I am a Part 107 certified drone pilot, so I'm here to help other aspiring drone operators to operate their drones successfully and get the most out of their drones. My name is Kim and I'm the creator of allthingsdrone.com, and thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time. While you're here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more drone tips to help you be able to get the most out of your drone.